We are at the Divine Mercy Shrine in Krakow, Łagiewnicki, a place that some call the Holy Land. And it is the Holy Land, because this was a place of many encounters of Sister Faustina with God Himself, with Jesus. Those supernatural encounters, as well as those daily encounters. And what we can learn from her is how to make an ordinary life an extraordinary, because lived with God, shared with God. Why not think about our lives, about the places where we live, where we work, as the Holy Land? Isn't it the holy ground, the place where we meet with God? Why would we not meet with God among our daily affairs? What I learn from Saint Faustina on a daily basis is to remember about God's presence with me in my daily life. No matter what I do, no matter what is happening, He's always there, present. And He wants to share my daily life with me. And He makes the ordinary, the extraordinary. I remember when Sister Faustina entered the convent. So she was not yet the Sister Faustina. She was simply Helena, the young girl who entered the religious life full of ideals and dreams about how her life will look like. And suddenly, after just a few days in the convent, she was so disappointed that it's not the way she dreamed about, she imagined it. And she wanted to leave. Having good reasons. I mean, she thought that, okay, a perfect life, a more holy life should look like this and this. And this religious family is not giving me those opportunities. Like, I don't have so much time to pray as I thought I would, as I think I should. There's so much work, just too much work. So, for the sake of God's love, I will leave. Thanks be to God, He intervened in that moment, and on that evening when she was trying to make that decision to leave, He appeared to her and He said, "This is where I've prepared many graces for you." Just reflect about your own life in that context, like, this is where I've prepared many graces for you. Precisely this family, that's your family, precisely this workplace, this school, the place where you live, the city, this country, this 21st century, this is where I prepared many graces for you. I don't want you to change that. I don't want you to search for something else that you consider better. Why would you consider something else better if I'm giving you the perfect thing? This is where I prepared many graces for you. It's good to have dreams and to have ideals and to have plans and to have goals, but it is even better to be open to whatever comes. Still making plans, still having dreams and goals, but having that great openness, which I call simply trust, that whatever comes from the good hands of the Father. Whatever comes from the loving Father, from the best of the fathers. This is what I learned from Saint Faustina. She was so open to receive whatever comes as the best gift received from the loving Father. And by this, she really made an ordinary life an extraordinary. She challenges us to to have that perspective for the daily events, for the casual things. Not even 1 minute, this casual 1 minute of a gray, rainy day is ordinary and without a meaning if we receive it as given from the best of the fathers, if we share it with God. He really wants to spend with us all the moments of the day. He really is interested with us, in everything we go through. It's mind-blowing when you realize that God, this almighty God, this super happy God who is self-sufficient and he doesn't need you or me to be happy, but he's so interested with you, with everything that's happening in your life, and he wants to share every single moment of your life. He wants to be a part of it. When you cry, he wants to cry with you. When you laugh, he wants to laugh with you. When you go through struggles, he's there to support you. Some say that the Divine Mercy message that Jesus gave us from Saint Faustina has this one reason, that people forgot that God is there to help them. And so he needed to intervene, to enter the life of Sister Faustina, and through her our own lives, to remind us, I am there to help you, to be there with you. You're not alone. You don't have to go through your life alone and struggling alone and having no one to share your joys and your fears, your cries. Like, I am there. I really am. Sister Faustina had many extraordinary encounters with God when she saw him and heard him, but he's as much present here with me, as much present now with you when you're listening to this video as he was with her. The only difference is that she could see him and hear him well. But he's present. He's present with you, he's present with me. He wants to never leave you alone if you only invite him to your daily life. And he wants to make your daily life extraordinary without changing the outside package, so to say, without fireworks and without making it spectacular in human eyes. Sometimes when people ask me, how is your life, or how are the things, what's new, and I don't know, I get the impression that they want to hear about the spectacular things, or what I achieved, or what amazing things had happened, or they want to hear super interesting stories. But usually the most interesting is what I'm going through inside of me, is the time spent with the Lord in my heart. And it's undescribable. It's not something I can really share in interesting words, but it's what I have the best in my daily life, the daily things shared with God. And they are really the source of the greatest joy, not the spectacular things, not those that I can tell in stories, but those which seem to be so casual that no one will be ever interested with them. But for me, they have the greatest meaning because it's my daily life shared with God. The Divine Mercy Shrine is like a holy land, because here, in every little corner, Faustina had her meeting with the Lord, had her encounter with the Lord. And we know about many of them because we read her diary, and she described many of them in her diary. And we know about many that happened in the chapel. So when we entered the shrine's chapel, the chapel where now we have the Miracles image of Merciful Jesus, where we have Faustina's tomb, We know that she had many special encounters with him there. But we also know she met him at the gate when he came here as a beggar in a cold, rainy day, just asking for something to eat. And we also know that she met him in the kitchen when the work in the kitchen was just too hard for her, but he gave her the strength to be able to face the new day full of challenges that were just too much, but not too much for him, not too much when she is with him. We know that she spent her work in the garden here with the Lord, doing the daily things with the plants, just gardening. She wasn't even very good in that. She was having her walks through this area. She was having her daily prayers, ordinary prayers without spectacular visions. But all of them, they were filled with this presence of the Lord. Sometimes more like sensual, so to say, so tangible, that she was aware that the Lord is with her. But most of the times, no, just casual. But she knew the Lord is with me, the Lord is with you, are with me. And in the times when life was really hard, and she really knows what suffering is, she went through so much. So in those times, when she actually felt almost as if abandoned by God, isn't this what Jesus went through on the cross? In those times, she was, fighting not to lose her trust in the Lord. And she was repeating, God is love and mercy himself. God is love and mercy himself. God is love and mercy himself. She was fighting not to lose this divine perspective that God is love. So what I'm going through right now comes from love and leads to love, and it makes sense. Even though I don't feel it right now, even though it doesn't seem like making much sense, even though it hurts. But God is love, and everything that is happening in my life comes from love and leads to even greater love. I'm learning that perspective from Saint Faustina, and I hope you will be inspired to learn it from her too, to exercise it in your daily life, to have this awareness, to live in the awareness of God's presence with you. Faustina would have those short prayers that she would use as a reminder in her daily life. She would repeat like this one sentence, God is love and mercy itself. Or she would repeat, Jesus, I trust in you. Jesus, I trust in you. Just in between things, not to lose those precious 1 minutes that are in between things, and that help us to have this divine perspective to those daily events, daily works. Jesus, I trust in you. And then you go and you continue your work. Jesus, I trust in you. And then you go and continue your the things you have to do for school, or with your family, or with your friends. Jesus, I trust in you. When you turn on the internet, when you dial a number to somebody, Jesus, I trust in you. We can make everything supernatural just by inviting Jesus to share it with us. Jesus, I want this to be pleasing to you. Jesus, use this daily prayer, daily work, daily struggle of mine for your greater glory, for salvation of souls. Use it, Lord. Sanctify it. Sanctify me and sanctify this world through this next minute of me doing simply what I should do. Nothing spectacular, just the daily things. But you can use it for sanctification of the world, for salvation of the world. I offer it to you with love, and I receive it from you with love. It seems to be so simple, but at the same time, we just forget about it. We just forget about it, and then days pass by. It's just our life runs forward so quickly, and we just realize next week has passed, next month, next year, and suddenly we wake up, we are 30, 40, 50 years old, and we don't even remember what did we do with the past 20 years, the past few days. They just passed by. But what a different perspective if we invite Jesus to share those minutes, hours, days with us. Divine Mercy Shrine in Krakow Giwniki is a holy land because it's a place of many encounters of Sister Faustina with Jesus. I wish you that your place of living, of your place of work, of studying, your place of wherever is your daily life would be the Holy Land, the land of many encounters with Jesus, your life shared with God, your ordinary life transformed by His presence into an extraordinary life. God bless you.